Hello everyone, it's your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. And in this video, I am going to be, as I always do, going over my day, talking with you guys in the live chat. Feel free when you tune in to smash that like button, post any questions that you may have for your boy, as well as discussion topics in the live chat. And also, tell me about your day. Tell me how you're doing in the live chat. I love to hear from you. So, as I do at the start of all these videos, I'm going to get the live chat up, and I'm going to edit the tags and description of this video. So I hope you guys are all excited for another fantastic live stream. Sorry that this video is coming a little late. It is February 6th, 2019, and this video I'm going to be talking about February 5th, 2019. I normally try to do these videos at midnight, but I did a previous live stream with your boy Winslow. Make sure to check that out. It was a rap hangout video where we just hang out live, chat with you guys, and perform some freestyle raps. If you guys want to check that out, feel free to do so. So yeah, right now I'm going to edit the description and tags of this video. I hope everyone's having a marvelous day today. Let's see. Scrolling down, scrolling down, dun, 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 dun. Okay. Today has been a good day. I'm thinking back on it. I think the weirdest part of today was probably my dreams that I had last night. Other than that, I think everything has been positive. I think the only thing that I didn't achieve today that I wanted to achieve, I wanted to make a group me for a group project that I'm in marketing. And I was like, right as class ends, I'm gonna go up to someone in my group and I'm gonna like get this group me started. And then right as class ended, the person that was in my group sits farther away from me but closer to the door and they like fucking just left. They were so ready for class to be over and I was just like, ooh, I'm shit out of luck because I had to like get out of my row and pack up all my stuff. I didn't expect them to just leave. So I didn't get that group me done, and I had a weird dream. But other than that, today has been like pretty good. I'm about to go into detail about, of course, what I did today and what I enjoyed about today. So that's gonna be pretty hype. Going over my day. So I now have tags on the video. The description's edited. So I think I am now Gucci, as the kids say. Yep. Oh, I haven't put in what I actually did today in the description. Duh. Never not funny. Never not funny is something that I say on occasion. It comes from an old Rudolph parody stop motion direct to DVD Walmart movie that I watched. It's a movie about like Rudolph's brother, and he's trying to figure out where he fits in, and he enters like a alcohol anonymous style group, but it's of different holiday mascots. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I used to watch it a good bit when I was a kid. Mom had it on DVD. It was a weird movie for sure. But I think Ashley Tisdale played the Halloween ghost, and they would always say "never not funny." But anyways, enough about old childhood memories. Let's get into what I did today. I was pretty tired after yesterday's vlog stream, so I went straight to sleep, and I had a dream where I was sad and didn't want to talk to anyone, which is odd considering that I'm rarely sad and a very talkative person. In the dream, I was kind of jealous of like someone else and something that someone else had that I had in my past, but now is like no longer mine. And even though I was jealous of them, they were like really willing to like talk to me about it and like work things out. But I just wasn't really willing to talk back. I was kind of salty. When I woke up, my internet connection via the school Wi-Fi and my phone data were both trash. I don't know why, but it seemed like I had like no connection available at all. By the way, speaking of connection, is the Wi-Fi on? Yeah, it is. Cool. Trying to make sure the stream is good quality. So when I woke up, I couldn't get a good internet connection on my laptop, and trying to do data through my phone was horrible. So I wasn't able to do the fan poll stream as early as I normally do. So I went back to sleep, and then when I woke up, the Wi-Fi signal had improved. Speaking of today's fan poll, on today's fan poll, I looked over Kell's Bright Eyes custom Yu-Gi-Oh card archetype. It has some nice synergy between the different cards, but I feel like more monsters should have effects that activate when they're banished from anywhere, because there are multiple ways in the Bright Eyes custom card archetype for you to banish your Bright Eyes cards even directly from the deck. But for whatever reason, not all of the Bright Eyes cards have when banished from anywhere effect. I know that Bright Eyes Crystal Dragon has an effect that works no matter where it's banished, but the other monsters normally either banish themselves from the field or banish themselves from the hand. Not a lot of them have an ability that just goes off regardless of where they're banished. So I would really like it if the Bright Eyes archetype incorporated that into more of its monsters' abilities. I think that would make it a better archetype overall. I had a light Dunkin Donuts breakfast after my first class. As you guys know, I only eat one meal a day, so it was interesting to eat so late in the day. Normally at Dunkin', I think I have like a rather large portion that may be a little larger than what I need. So today I lightened it up a bit. I had an extra large Oreo hot chocolate, two big and toasted on biscuit, and a single apple fritter, which is a lot. That's a lot smaller than what I would normally eat at Dunkin' Donuts for sure. I have finally received the official conditional job offer that I've been searching for like hella hard. I went to the Washington, D.C. job fair. I did a few interviews. I was handed a few forms that are intent to give a conditional job offer. They're essentially papers that say, hey, like you will receive a conditional job offer at some point. I had like a screening that I went through, and now I finally have the conditional job offer. If I accept it, I'll be moving to Maryland and making almost $30,000 over the cost of living. Now, the cost of living of a location is how much it costs just to like get by and live comfortably somewhere. So when you're making money that's more than cost of living, that's more or less like spending money, money that you can just use for whatever because you're using your other money to survive. In other words, I'll be living comfortably. Blah, I don't know why I keep getting tongue tied. I always get tongue tied during these streams. I'll be living comfortably with a $69,000 plus salary, so a little over $69,000. Maddie and Aidan and I went to Three Scoops to celebrate the conditional job offer, and we talked about Maddie's recent interest in the Mortal Kombat franchise. She really wants them to make a TVMA style Mortal Kombat show, and she's down to play Mortal Kombat 11 with me when it comes out. After my last class for the day, I went over to Aiden's and did a rap live stream. It was a lot of fun just hanging out at his place and spinning bars. After hanging out at Aiden's, I came back here and I started up this live stream. So today's been rather short. I think that's part of what made today such a good day. Like I said, the only weird stuff that happened that I like didn't enjoy about the day, I didn't really like the dream that I had where I was jealous and sad. Those are just two emotions that I don't normally feel. Um, but I don't know. Yesterday's dream was also weird. So I don't know. I've been having weird dreams recently. So I wasn't a big fan of the dreams I had last night. It did kind of suck when I first woke up and I didn't have any like internet connection because there's not much I can do when I don't have connection to the internet. All I really do when I'm not in class is do stuff on my computer that requires the internet or game on the PS4, to which then whenever I play a game, I stream it. So I also like to have internet when I play games. So I just was like, I guess I can't really do anything. And I just went back to bed. So that was kind of boring. And if I could have gotten that group me set up, then I feel like I would have accomplished a lot. So I think the three things that I would have liked to have done today that would have made my day better. If I had had a better dream, something that wasn't as sad and weird, if the Wi Fi wasn't ass when I had first woken up, and if I was able to get that group me set up, I would say that today would have been like just a solid day overall. I enjoyed hanging out with my friends. Being able to have an Aiden Maddie hangout was actually really nice. A lot of times when I hang out with friends, unless I'm hanging out with Collins, it's more or less like one friend at a time. Dozer and Serena, I normally do hang out with as a group. That is true. Dozer's when he throws parties, that's another time when I hang out with a lot of friends. But if you guys notice, whenever you guys watch the live streams, I'm normally hanging out with like one or two people at a time at most. So getting to have, I mean, hanging out with Aiden and Maddie is still only like hanging out with two other people. But I guess there are two other people that I normally don't get to spend time with in a group, so I thought that was cool. But normally, if I'm hanging out, it's either with like Black David, Ryan, Matt. Now Matt and Gerard hang out as a unit. Um, at Collins, it's a whole bunch of people. With Dozers, normally Dozer and Serena, or if Dozer's on a party, it's like Dozer, Serena, Kaylee, Leo, hanging out with Ian. So yeah, for the most part, it's either really personal hangouts, one on one, just hanging out with Aiden, or just hanging out with Ryan, or just hanging out with Maddie, or it's me and two other people, or it's me and a whole bunch of people. Um, Rarely is it a thing where it's like me and just three other people. I think that's kind of rare. Um, but it's nice to be able to hang out with people that you normally only hang out with one on one in like a small group. I thought that was cool. I wouldn't want to do that all the time. I feel like there are times where me and Aiden would probably want to talk about like a really crazy topic that maybe Maddie wouldn't necessarily fuck with. And there are times where I just want to spend time with Maddie, just like a one on one thing. Just have like a nice evening in the dorm. But when we are able to all hang out, I do think that's very nice and can be a fun time for sure. I started this live stream much later than I normally would. So I feel like a lot of people who were able to tune in to the rap stream are not able to tune in to this stream. Uh, so my apologies, guys. I did start it pretty late. I noticed that we have part two of Kell's fan fiction posted to the Amino. I want to read it, but I'd like to read it while Kell's was here. Because of the fact that Kells isn't here, I feel like if I read it, Kells would have to watch it and post. I'd prefer to, excuse me, perform it. Yo, Kells made it. This is Kells. I was just talking about you. It's like you got summoned. Okay, Kells, I got three questions for you. Question number one: how's your day today? Question number two: do you have any questions for your boy? And question number three: do you have any discussion topics that you'd like to talk about? So those are my three questions that I always try to push toward you guys when you jump into the live stream. Also, if you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it. So I'm excited to hear about your day. I'm excited to hear if you have any discussion topics to go over. I'm excited to see if you have any questions for your boy. He said answer number one: I'm having a pretty good day. That's good. I'm glad to have that. I'm glad to hear that you're having a pretty good day today. I feel like whenever I stumble over my words, I'm thinking about what I want to say next and mixing it with what I'm currently saying. So it causes my words to just slip and slide and scramble into each other. So answer number one, he's having a pretty good day today. That's good to hear. I'm also having a pretty good day today. I only had three cons to my day overall. I had a weird dream. The Wi-Fi was kind of shitty this morning, and I didn't make a group me for my marketing group. But other than that, today has been fabulous. Hey. So I'm glad that we're both having a pretty good day. Answer number two, he said, will you read my fanfic on stream? It's a little long, but I think you'll enjoy it anyway. Yes, believe it or not, right before you jumped into the stream, I was saying that, like, hey, part two of the fanfiction is up on the Amino, but I don't think I want to read it while Kells isn't here because I'd like to perform it live for Kells. And then right after I said that, you popped into the stream and said I made it. So that worked out really nicely. So yeah, I'll definitely make sure to read the fanfic on stream. And finally, answer number three. Do you have any questions for your boy? Anything that you would like to ask me specifically? I'm an open book. I got those AMAs here, so feel free to hit me up with any questions that you may have. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Answer number three. Is there anything you want to see as Bright Eyes support? I feel like the main thing that I want Bright Eyes to have, I mentioned this earlier when I was talking about my day. The main thing I want Bright Eyes to have is for every Bright Eyes monster, if this is reasonable, to have an effect that activates when they're banished. Not specifically when they're banished on the field, or specifically in the hand, or specifically in the graveyard. Just a generic, if this card is banished, something happens. Because I feel like the Bright Eyes archetype has so many cards that can banish a Bright Eyes card from anywhere, whether it be in your deck, graveyard, or hand, or even from your extra deck face up. If we can banish Bright Eyes cards from anywhere, and the Bright Eyes has a big focus on activating effects when banished, then I think they should all have an effect that activates when banished, regardless of where it's banished from. I'd really like to activate a card that banishes cards from different places in order to do multiple different things by banishing different cards. I think that'd be dope. That's my opinion personally. I guess a cool support card that could allow that to work could maybe be like a continuous spell card. Maybe like Bright Eyes Doorway or Bright Eyes Dimension, Bright Eyes Dimension Wall, Bright Eyes Dimensional Gate, Bright Eyes Dimensional Vortex, Bright Eyes, Bright Eyes Future Sight, something like that. But it would be a continuous spell card that would say, um, whenever you banish a Bright Eyes monster, roll a die and do one of the following. And it could be like number one, add one Bright Eyes card from your deck to your hand. Number two, fusion summon Bright Eyes monster using the banished cards as fusion material. Number three, add one banished Bright Eyes card from your banished zone to your hand. Number four, increase one Bright Eyes monster on the field's attack by 200 points. And number five, reroll? Reroll? Well, no, we haven't even hit six yet. We're not at a reroll yet. Number five, special summon a Bright Eyes monster from your hand. And then number six could be like reroll. You get like the option to do it again. So that would essentially be the concept of Bright Eyes Dimension. I don't remember all the stuff that I just said. Maybe I could type it. Let's see. Kell said I can't do that, but I can make a card that says if a Bright Eyes card is banished, blah 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 happens. Then Kell said sorry, but no die effects. It doesn't really fit the archetype. Fair enough. Fair enough. So no die effects. Huh. Maybe instead of it being a die effect, you could have a continuous spell card that just said when a Bright Eyes monster is banished, choose from one of the following effects, and then have a list of different effects. So instead of it being like a random dice roll, the player gets to choose any one of those effects listed and activate them when a Bright Eyes card is I just said Bright Eyes card is vanished. When a Bright Eyes card is banished. So same concept as before, but instead of it being a dice roll for like a random effect, the player has the option to choose what effect they want to activate. And then examples of effects would be some of the things that I brought up for the dice roll. So instead of it being a dice roll, the player could just choose which one. If you feel like that's a little too strong, it could be a once per turn thing. Like once per turn, when a Bright Eyes monster is banished, choose from one of the following effects. And like I said, it could be a continuous spell card or even a field play spell card, something that just stays on the field and gives banishing your Bright Eyes monsters an additional utility. I think that'd be really cool. But that's just an idea. I feel like that would really help the archetype, just to give you more of a benefit from banishing Bright Eyes monsters. What are your thoughts on that? The reason why I originally proposed a dice roll is just to try and make it like more fair that you had like free, because I wanted them to have a lot of choices, right, to pick for effects, but I wanted to make it where the effect could be like random so that you couldn't just rig it to always do what you wanted, since I wanted it to be every time a bright ass monster was banished. But another way to like hold the reins on that could be like a once per turn thing. So Kel said I completely agree. Oh, ballin'. He said I also need to make a bright odd eyes fusion and a bright odd eyes pendulum XZ. I am really hyped to see a bright eyes XZ because I definitely see the potential with, if I can remember the names, Bright Eyes Phantom Dragon and Bright Eyes Sea Dragon. I may or may not have said those names right. I feel like because of how their special summoning requirements work, you can, with the greatest of ease, get two level 4 Bright Eyes monsters on the field really easily and go into like a rank 4. So I would really like to see a Bright Eyes rank 4 that you could go into using Bright Eyes Phantom Dragon and Bright Eyes Sea Dragon. So that would be a personal request. I remember during the live stream, someone said they'd be really hype if there was like a synchro monster for the archetype. I don't know why they wanted a synchro specifically, but someone like asked about it. Kell said I can make a rank 4 too. Ballin'. Um, a rank 7 would also be really nice. That would work with Bright Eyes Dragon and with Bright Eyes High Tech Dragon. I think a rank 7 would work really well. That also would work well with. I'm pretty sure there's another level 7 Bright Eyes monster that can be special summoned really easily. But I may be mistaken. I might be mistaken on that. I think I am. I think I am mistaken. Because I think the next monster I was thinking of is not a level 7 monster. Excuse me. I know that Bright Eyes Crystal Dragon's level 7, but it's not easy to summon. I guess it is if you have pendulum scales, but that's specifically if you have scales. Mm. Kel said sorry, but no synchros. It just doesn't work for the archetype. He said a lot of people just really like synchros. I'm personally not a fan of synchros, so I understand where you're coming from. It's just never been like my cup of tea. Plus summoning is kind of like synchros, but I don't like tuners. I think tuner monsters are kind of weird. But yeah, I do have your fan fiction right in front of me, so I am hyped to like finally dive in and read part two of the fan fiction that Kells wrote. It stars me and Kells OC Kibo, and we're in a Yu-Gi-Oh match in Kells fan fiction Yu-Gi-Oh arc called Yu-Gi-Oh Reborn. Yo, Dragon Ball Superfan 1010, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. Dragon Ball Superfan, I have three questions for you. Question number one. How's your day today? Question number two, do you have any discussion topics that you'd like us to discuss on the stream? And question number three, do you have any questions for your boy that you'd like to ask me? Also, feel free to jump in at any time while I'm reading the fan fiction with any like questions, comments, or just tell me about your day. I'll stop reading the fanfic, read what you have to say, respond, and then jump back into the fanfic. But yeah, let's do a dramatic reading. I kind of wish I had prepared more water. I don't have a lot of water. Dragon Ball Superfan 1010 said, my day's been good. Ballin'. So you've had a good day. That's great to hear. Kel's also had a good day. I also had a good day. I'm glad everyone's having a good day today. My next two questions were, do you have any discussion topics? So do you have anything that you want us to discuss in particular on the channel? And the next thing that I had after that was, do you have any questions for your boy? As you guys know, I'm an open book, so feel free to ask me anything. So those are my next two questions for you, Dragon Ball Superfan. So let's jump into part two of Kibo versus Jet. Oh, Dragon Ball Superfan 1010 said a topic I would like to talk about is Jump Force. What in particular about Jump Force would you like to talk about? Would be my question in response to that. My main interest in terms of Jump Force are the fact that you can do create a character, where you can make your own character, design how they look and what moves they have. When it comes to costume accessories, I'm most excited for Dai's costume accessories from Dai's costume accessories from Dragon Quest and Pegasus's costume accessories from Saint Seiya. I'm gonna put those on my character, give them an interesting medieval fantasy look. When it comes to moves, I'm really hyped for moves from Rukia, from Sasuke, because they both have area of effect attacks, but one is fire and one is ice. I'm hyped for Saint Seiya's moves because I really like his. I believe it's Comet Fist, that is like shooting star fist or something like that, but you do a punch that rockets you across the screen. And I'm hype for. I've been saying Goku's Kamehameha, but I don't think I'm as excited for that anymore. I thought it was an instant transmission Kamehameha, but I'm not so sure. I don't think it is. Um, do I know what super I like more? I got Sasuke, Rukia, and Saint Seiya's like Comet Fist thing. Sasuke and Rukia for area of effect attacks. Then Pegasus Fist for closing the gap against an opponent and punching them. I'd really like a move that teleported you, but I can't think of any at the moment. Kell said I'm definitely maining Dio, no doubt. I saw that there's some new Jump Force stuff out that I need to react to, but I haven't watched those videos yet. I want to make like an official reaction video to them. I think tomorrow I'll be working on, for one, accepting that conditional job offer that I got, and working on the paperwork that I need to do for that, and two, um, working on doing some reaction videos because I think I've missed multiple things that I need to react to. So I'm definitely going to react to those new Jump Force reveal videos. There also have been some new Mortal Kombat 11 videos, like character trailers, that I need to react to. So expect those reaction videos in the future. And then don't forget, Dragon Ball Superfan, I have one more question for you, and that's, do you have any questions for me? Anything in particular that you'd like to ask me? You know, I'm here, ready to answer questions. While I'm waiting for your response, I'll hit up this fanfic. Another question that I have for you, Dragon Ball Superfan, is what are you most hype about concerning Jump Force? Same question to you, Kells. What are you most hype about when it comes to Jump Force? Okay, so Kibo says, I activate Future Magician of the Dark Arts effect. I can detach an Xyz material from this card and add a spell card from the deck to my hand. Pause on that. That's a really good effect. Being able to search any spell in the deck. It wasn't even like he has to add like a future spell to his deck. Like it's not even like an archetype specific thing. He can search any spell card from his deck. He can search Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Raigeki. Like if he just wants a spell card, he can have it. That is incredibly powerful. I feel like Kibo has like a very strong effect on field right now. I'm curious what spell card he's gonna add to his hand. But as soon as he said that, I was like, oop, shenanigans are afoot. On the field, one of Future Magician of the Dark Arts Xyz materials floating around him is destroyed, and then a spell card digitally materializes into Kibo's hand. Jet's thoughts. I hope he added Gateway to a Space Between Worlds to his hand. Let's see. So then Dragon Ball Superfan 1010 said, my question to you is, how's college for you? Also, my other question, how's your day been? My day's been fantastic as always. Thank you for asking. My day, for the most part, has been great. The only things I didn't like about my day, I had a weird dream where in the dream I was jealous and sad, and I wasn't a fan of that. My internet connection this morning was hot garbage. I couldn't do anything in the morning, so I had to go like straight back to sleep because otherwise I just would have sat around kind of being bored. And then the third thing I didn't like about today, I wanted to set up a group me for my marketing class, and I just dropped the ball on getting that group me set up. My teammate left class as soon as class ended, and I wasn't ready for that. So we still don't have a group me. So those are the three things that I wish I had done. But when it comes to the good parts of my day, I got to hang out with like Madde and Aidan. I really enjoyed looking at Kell's Bright Eyes archetype on Dueling Book. I got a conditional job offer where if I'm able to accept it and get the clearance process done, I'll be moving to Maryland where I'll be making like $30,000 over the normal cost of living with like a 69,000 plus dollar salary. I feel like it's gonna be pretty great. Maddie's hyped to play Mortal Kombat 11 with me when it comes out, which I think will be fun. Me and Maddie have never really gamed together. Plus, Maddie wants me to try and teach her how to play like Smash, so we might play Brawlhalla today sometime. That'll be cool. Not today. Play Brawlhalla at some point in the future. Also, I might be able to get Maddie into Injustice 2 because she's a fan of Black Canary. And then I hung out with Aiden tonight and we did a live stream where we spat bars, did rap stuff. So overall, today's been really fun. There are only three things that I didn't like about today, but other than that, things have been fantastic. And then you asked, how's college for me? College has been great. This is my senior year. This is my last semester of college. I only have four classes right now, and once I'm through with those four classes, I'm going to move into the professional sphere. Like I said, if I'm able to get through that clearance process that I mentioned before, then I'll be able to finally pursue my dreams of working in the cybersecurity field, possibly living in Maryland, making hella stacks, and doing what I love. So yeah, I'm really excited. College has been going well, and I've had a wonderful day. I appreciate you asking. And then Kell said, "Oh my gosh, sorry, I thought I put future spell card." Oh, okay. For a minute, I was like, "That's just a really good ass effect." Like most cards that say can search like any spell card are either like manga only cards or kind of hard to summon. Let's see. Um, Oh, Dragon Ball Superfan said, and the most I'm hyped about for Jump Force is Boruto and Deku because they are my favorite anime characters. So I do like My Hero Academia as well. But I only keep up with the dubbed anime. I don't watch My Hero Academia subbed. But I know that the dub and the sub are kind of different when it comes to the characterization of Midoriya. He behaves differently in both. But I really like My Hero Academia dubbed. My favorite My Hero Academia villain is the villain that was in the movie that they fight off against. I thought the fight with All Might and Midoriya versus the movie villain was awesome. My favorite character in My Hero Academia, I'm not sure if I have one. Maybe the speed guy, kind of. I don't like the subplot with the speed guy about him and his brother and him trying to like work hard to be like his brother. I don't really care about that plot, but I like his personality for the most part, and his speedster power isn't bad. My favorite power in My Hero Academia is probably Momo's, her ability to kind of like make anything, but she like uses, I think it's like skin cells or something like that. Like her power lets her turn stuff from her body into like weapons or anything that she really desires. I think that's cool. So I think that's probably the coolest power in My Hero Academia that I really like. Um, so favorite power, Momo's. Favorite villain, the villain from the movie. And I don't remember. Oh, and favorite character, the speed guy, Ida. Ida's his name. So I think that's my top three My Hero Academia things. And then when it comes to Boruto, I don't watch the Boruto anime. I read the Boruto manga. And if you're keeping up with the manga, shit's getting real right now. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I got caught up on the manga recently. I definitely recommend it if you haven't checked it out. Then Dragon Ball Superfan says Stain almost killed the speed guy. He sure did almost kill the speed guy. Hard rip. I think the speed guy, like I said, I like his personality the best, but I think his power's just okay. Also, I think his power's gross. I don't like the idea of having like exhaust vents coming out of my leg. That sounds horrible. Imagine if something got in it. Ew. That's nightmare fuel right there. Really gross. Kels, what are you most excited for when it comes to Jump Force? Also, while you guys are discussing that, gonna jump into the fan fiction until another thing pops up in the live chat. Feel free to ask me any questions and bring up any discussion points at any time. Okay, let's see. Kibo then said, I activate that spell now! Future Clone Machine. I can target one future monster in my graveyard, special summon it, then make a monster on the field have the same level and attack points as that monster, but both their effects are negated. I choose to special summon Future Sea Glider to the field. So hold on, I'm going to analyze this play. So Future Clone Machine can let you target any future monster in your graveyard and monster reborn it. Then a monster you already control becomes the same level and gains the same attack points, but then both their effects become negated. So it just gives them the same attack and the same level. That seems interesting for like rank plays. I'm not sure why I said rank plays. Like Xyz plays, since it's not a synchro archetype. So then being the same level doesn't necessarily matter in that regards. I think that's only really good for doing like a Xyz play, unless you're playing a link archetype that's based off of having specific leveled monsters in order to link summon stuff. On the field, a giant machine with two chambers appears. The doors to the chambers open, revealing future sea glider in the right one. Future magician of the dark arts goes into the left chamber, with the doors closing after he enters. Electricity goes all throughout the machine, with it violently shaking, ending with the two monsters exiting the chambers with smoke coming out from behind them. Future magician of the dark arts is shown to have changed to a level 4 monster with 1600 attack points and 1500 defense points. Same for the stats of future sea glider. Jet's thoughts. That wasn't it. John Mason said, I have returned from the sleep zone. Yo, John Mason, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. I have three questions for you, John Mason. Question number one, how's your day today? Question number two, do you have any discussion topics that you would like to talk about tonight on the stream? And question number three, do you have any questions for your boy? Anything that you'd like to ask me in particular? Right now, I'm reading a fan fiction not reading, written by your boy Kells, featuring me facing off against his Yu-Gi-Oh! OC, Kibo. Kell said, I'm super hyped for Jotaro and Dio in regards to Jump Force. It's been forever since they've been in a game. Not only that, but they're in Jump Force. I'm glad that you're hype. I know Nani's hype. Nani has been hype forever when it comes to like getting JoJo characters into Jump Force. So I understand your excitement. Hey, hey. John Mason said, I have a question for you. How long will you be streaming again tonight? So it's currently 36 minutes into the stream right now. So that gives me 24 minutes left for this stream before I'm going to probably exercise, shower, and then hit the hay. I know tomorrow I have a hangout planned with Madde at 2:10 p.m. And of course, I'm going to do the fan poll stream as I already do. So yeah. So John Mason, you've asked me a question. So I know that you had a question for me, of course. But my other two questions were, how was your day today? And do you have a discussion topic that you would like to discuss tonight on the stream? Hey, also, an open question that I asked everyone on the stream earlier is, what are you most hyped for Jump Force? For you, John Mason, not only do I want to know what you're most hyped for Jump Force, uh, but I also want to know what are you most hyped for Mortal Kombat 11. That's also an open question for everybody. What are you most hyped for Mortal Kombat 11? And if you're not hyped for Mortal Kombat 11, why not? Do you not vibe with like Mortal Kombat 11's gameplay? Are you not a fan of the story? Are you just not personally excited by the series? So yeah, open question to everyone. What are you most hype about when it comes to Jump Force? What are you most hype about when it comes to Mortal Kombat 11? For Mortal Kombat 11, I'm most hype about being able to create custom variations for your individual characters, being able to customize their looks and their move sets. So that's what I'm hyped for Mortal Kombat 11. I think that's going to be a nice feature. Um, Things I hope they put into Mortal Kombat 11. I really want them to have a tag team ladder where you fight enemies essentially like an arcade mode, but you can play where you have a controller and your friend has a controller and you can tag out and then your friend can control their character and then they can tag out and then you control your character, essentially allowing you to play co-op in a Mortal Kombat game. That was a really cool feature in Mortal Kombat 9 that I don't think came back in 10, but they should bring back for 11. Um, my mom was really disappointed when Mortal Kombat 10 didn't have that tag ladder because she wanted to play co op. And please bring that back for Mortal Kombat 11. That'd be great. If I could have one crazy guest character from Mortal Kombat 11, who would it be? Vilgax from Ben 10. You guys sold me on that. I really want Vilgax from Ben 10 to be in Mortal Kombat 11. But yeah, John Mason, like I said before, I like to hear about your day, how you've been, a discussion topic that you like to discuss, what you're most hyped for Jump Force, and what you're most hyped for Mortal Kombat 11. Dragon Ball Superfan said also, what do you daily? So what do I do daily? Like what do I do every day? Um, on the weekdays, I normally like to go eat breakfast at Sandella's. I like to do that regularly. I do the fan poll Monday through Thursdays as well. I normally have two classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, one class on Wednesday, and no class on Monday or Friday or the weekend, of course. Um, so when just talking about the normal week, not going into weekend days like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, the most consistent things I do are Sandella's for my one meal a day, exercise and shower, fan pull, go to class. I think that's like my normal routine in a nutshell, not in that order. And of course, I always do the vlog every night at midnight. So those are things that no matter what, I do every day. John Mason said, my day to day was actually not too bad. Got a cool lecture from someone named Caiaphas. I apologize if I butchered that name. He worked in EA and Konami, etc., on lots of games. I'd share my entire day, but as for Jump Force, I'm most hyped for the story and seeing what Light Yagami has to do in it. Then I want to make and combine characters' abilities for custom characters. I love deck building and it's similar. It is a similar concept to deck building. Dragon Ball Superfan said also Mortal Kombat 11 should put a Marvel hero. So here's why that probably won't happen. So the reason why I don't think we'll ever get a Marvel character in a Mortal Kombat game, at least not anytime soon, is because NetherRealms works really closely with Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers owns DC. Well, it's kind of weird to say that Warner Brothers owns DC. They're kind of all bunched together. Warner Brothers and Turner Broadcasting and DC Comics. They're all owned by AT&T, I think. Excuse me. So NetherRealms and DC are like this. That's how they're able to do like Mortal Kombat characters guest starring in Injustice games, and of course they make the Injustice franchise. So having a DC character in Mortal Kombat 11, I could see that happening, no problem. But Marvel works really closely with Capcom. Capcom being an entirely different gaming company, they normally do the Marvel versus Capcom video game series. And because Capcom is like in good ties with Marvel, if you're gonna see a Marvel character in a fighting game, more likely than not, Capcom are gonna be the people who make it, not NetherRealms. Keep in mind, Capcom are the people who make the Street Fighter games. They're in direct competition with NetherRealms, who make the Mortal Kombat series. So it's not very likely that Capcom would be chill about NetherRealms making a Marvel based fighting game or having Marvel characters in their fighting game. So I just think it's very unlikely for us to get any Marvel characters in a Mortal Kombat game. Now, if we got a DC character, I actually could see that coming, and I feel like that would work really well depending on what characters they had. Top pick for a DC character to put in Mortal Kombat 11, if they could put any DC character in the game. My favorite DC character is Captain Atom, but I don't think he'd be a good fit for Mortal Kombat 11. That's not true at all. My favorite DC character is Red Tornado, and while Red Tornado's cool, I don't think they'd put him in Mortal Kombat 11. I think they'd want someone who's like more bloody and more murderous. Maybe Azrael. Azrael is like pretty violent. He used to be like an assassin, and for a period of time, he even replaced Batman as a more violent anti-hero Batman. So I could see Azrael fitting right in with the Mortal Kombat people. He even kind of has like a mystical assassin thing going on that I think really works well with the mystical assassin vibes that Mortal Kombat already has. So I think Azrael would be my top pick for a DC Comics Mortal Kombat like crossover. That being said, Deathstroke would definitely be my second best pick, because I feel like Deathstroke works pretty easily for a Mortal Kombat based story. He could just be hired to kill the individual fighters in the Mortal Kombat tournament. And that would explain why he's there. He's like, I'm here to like kill you guys. And that's it. That would make sense to me. Though, then again, you could have a similar thing with Azrael. I could see that. I see John Mason said Lobo. Lobo would definitely fit in Mortal Kombat 11. I could see that as well. Let's see. John Mason said similar for MK11. I want to build new techniques, etc. Also, I finally got my headset to make my Mortal Kombat 11 video, so look forward to that. I also discussed why Mortal Kombat 11 will not have a Marvel character, but I brought up in the script there's hope for Marvel and MK because of one thing, Lobo. Uh, well, hold up. Did you mean to say like? Because Lobo's DC. He said Lobo. He butchered everyone in his world. Right. But the one thing is DC versus Marvel comic series. So you think we could get Marvel characters in Mortal Kombat because DC versus Marvel was a thing? Hmm. I don't think so. If this was the 90s, I think I'd be like, yeah, but It's not the 90s anymore. John Mason said this happened before they collabed. I think the only way we're going to get DC superheroes and Marvel superheroes in the same game in the next like 10 years is if Lego did it. If Lego said, we want to make a superhero game that has as many superheroes as we possibly can have. Lego is the only company that I know of that currently has the rights to both Marvel and DC and has been making Marvel and DC video games for years. I think Lego would drop that like Lego superheroes game, boom, and it just has like all the like Marvel characters and all the DC characters, and it's just this big world where all the worlds of superheroes collide. I'd buy that game. I'd buy the shit out of that game, especially if it was a Lego world style game where you can travel to the different worlds in like the DC universe and the different worlds in the Marvel universe, and they all existed in like the same multiverse. And you could travel around, do missions. You could manipulate the world. You could build your own structures. You could customize your character to have like different powers and abilities, similar to what they have in DC supervillains. I think that would be a really cool game. Lego, hope you're watching this video. Please make that. That'd be cool as fuck. Dragon Ball Superfan said, you should react to Anime House by RDC World 1. So, believe it or not, I am subscribed to RDC World 1, and I do like their content. I've already watched Anime House, so I feel like if I did a reaction, it would be a little late. I'm actually not a big fan of Anime House. I prefer their Video Game House series, which is the same concept, but their video game characters. I think it's a little bit funnier, not gonna lie. John Mason said, makes sense to be honest, lol. And then he said, imagine a game called Everything, with every superhero, anime, real life heroes, and villains like Hitler, etc. are in it. And the combat is like Mortal Kombat or Storm. Or like Ninja, like Naruto Ninja Storm. That sounds really crazy. I could see with every superhero game, because like I said, Lego has like all those rights. um, every anime character. I don't think I could imagine that. That seems like those companies I don't think work together too much. Like individual anime studio houses to have like every anime thing. But I think if Lego really tried, I think they could get like Dark Horse and Image, like other like comic book companies to work with them to make a game that had like all the superheroes in it. I really think they could. I think Lego's the only company I believe in that could really combine all those properties together. Then John Mason said, I just liked the scenes with Light in Anime House. I did actually really like the scenes between Light and L in Anime House. I thought those were pretty good. Dragon Ball Superfan 1010 said, yeah, RDC World 1 should make another video game house and Kids Next Door video. I'm waiting for the next um, Avatar The Last Hoodbender video. I think that's the series that RDC World's done that I've enjoyed the most because I feel like at certain points it's just a good drama. And then John Mason said, "Oh yeah, in my video script, Ventress and Darth Maul. Ventress. Who's Ventress? Are guest characters that you like to see. Do 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 do. Oh, it's Bald Bitch? You want Bald Bitch? I remember her. So, you want her and Darth Maul as guest characters in Mortal Kombat 11? I think Star Wars characters are an interesting idea, but I feel like we run into a similar problem. John Mason said one of the two. So, I feel like the issue that I have with that, I think John Mason said, but Star Wars or Marvel, that's the issue. Yeah, yeah. So, Star Wars comics are normally published by Marvel. That is true. Um, and Disney and Marvel are really close, and Warner Brothers and Disney are direct competitors of each other. I just feel like Warner Brothers wouldn't want to throw characters from like a Disney owned property into their own games because they don't want to hype Disney. By the way, who thinks that Warner Brothers should make their own Kingdom Hearts style game? You know, Warner Brothers owns all these like crazy interesting properties that each exist in their own worlds. Wouldn't it be really cool if you had a game like Kingdom Hearts where you travel between the different Warner Brothers worlds and went on crazy adventures? Because I feel like they could easily make that game, and that game would just be Ready Player One as a video game. Because they already have a movie that shows off all those different Warner Brothers properties. Just make a video game for Ready Player One that's actually good. And I think they could have their own little Kingdom Hearts esque game. I think that'd be dope. Let's see. Dragon Ball Superfan said also how to get subs because I'm trying to grind as well. So if you want to get people to subscribe to your channel, I recommend that whenever you make videos, you try and put tags on your video. Essentially, when you put in tags, you're making it easier for people to search for your content and to find it. If you make multiple videos of the same like theme, like the same kind of video, put them in a playlist. That way, it can look appealing to like people who see it. Like, oh, I'd like to check that out. Put an end screen on your videos and have your end screen show the latest video that you've like uploaded to your channel, and have it also show like a link to your channel for people to subscribe, and have it show a video that YouTube thinks would be the next best thing for them to watch on your channel. That way, whenever people end a video of yours, they'll be shown like your newest stuff and what YouTube thinks they'll like, and hopefully that'll get them to be able to like enjoy your content and smash that subscribe button. So yeah, I feel like those are some pretty good tips. Tags and end screens, I think, are like a pretty big deal. What's another thing that I would like highly recommend? Keep all your stuff on one channel. I know Winslow is like, I don't want to have all my stuff on one channel. He wants to segregate his content between channels. That's why he has like a rap channel, but he also has a micronation channel. I highly recommend you don't split yourself up. Have you be your brand, and whatever you want to do on your channel, you do on that channel, and keep it all together. Because when you split it up, you also split up your fan base, and it just gets kind of messy. Interact with your viewers. Make sure that you reply to comments. Make sure that you talk to your viewers in the live chat. Make sure you set up a community for like you and everyone to be able to talk with each other, because that interaction is what YouTube is for. People want to be able to talk directly to you. People want to hang out with you. You are the reason why people go to your channel. So definitely make sure that you connect with your viewers. I think those are some of my best tips that I can give when it comes to YouTube. Put tags on your video, put end screens on your videos, put your videos that are similar to each other in playlists that are themed, and interact with your audience. And also make sure to keep all your channel, not all your channel, all your videos on one channel, because once you start splitting up your channel, I feel like that just causes more issues than there has to be. Let's see. John Mason said, I'll sub to you. And he said, true. I'd love to see Neo in it. Ooh, Neo? Oh shit. Warner Brothers sure does have the Matrix characters. I think Neo would be pretty interesting to have in a Mortal Kombat game, not gonna lie. He feels so different from everybody. Neo would be a crazy guest character. Dragon Ball Superfan said, thanks, John. John Mason said, yeah, that's a great idea, to be honest, Nick. And he said, no problem, Dragon Ball Superfan. And he said, man, Dragon Ball Superfan has so many videos. Then he said, Nick, what inspired you to start YouTubing? When I was a kid, my dad used to do this thing called the Nicholas Show, where he used to like film me on camera, and he'd have me film me on camera. What am I talking about? He would do home videos where he would set it up like I was the host, and I'd be like, "Hey guys, welcome to the Nicholas Show" or whatever. And I did that from like a really little kid on up. I remember growing up and wanting to have a video camera of my own, and when I finally got my first video camera, I started like a YouTube account. I think the first video on the channel is a video of me playing with a sock monkey. And I think it's called like Sock Episode 1 or something like that. And then from there, the channel's like grown and developed. It went from me doing little skits with toys and doing videos where I hung out with my friends, to me doing the crime fighting videos that I think really got the channel popular. And then from that, once I got into college, it became more of a vlog and gaming channel where I just hang out with you guys, play games, and talk. And I think the fan polls were a really big change for the channel too, creating a way for you guys to get the exact content that you want to watch by being able to vote for what you want to see. I feel like all that has culminated into what we have today. John Mason said, I used to make a ton of AMVs and made a Tokyo Ghoul parody that had over 10,000 views in a week, but YouTube took it down. Did they take it down due to like the music or due to the clips? Kell said, oh, I'm back. How far are you in the fanfic? We got a little off topic from the fanfic, Kells. My apologies. We started talking about Mortal Kombat 11 and Jump Force. I'm glad that you haven't missed much, though, because I've been really wanting to say it like to you since you wrote it. I want to like give you a good dramatic reading of it. So I'm glad that you haven't missed it. Let's see. John Mason said, and Neo would be able to break the fourth wall in the Mortal Kombat games. He'll be like, you're all unaware that this is a game. I'm trying to escape. Do not fight me. That is a cool idea, John Mason. Excuse me. I really like that. For Neo, I would like it if whenever someone did like X-ray attacks, where when you hit, it shows like your bones breaking. That for Neo, his bones or like his insides are made out of like binary code. I feel like that would be fucking dope. Then John Mason said, that's in my script too, but I did say he's less likely than the DC characters. He said, no, no, 1,000 views. Oh, my bad. I thought you said 10,000 views. Um, I do think Neo is less likely than the DC characters, but that's only because of the fact that, NetherRealms and DC are so tight. Um, Also, horror movie characters. I really want them to play Chucky, not play. I really want them to put Chucky from Child's Play into Mortal Kombat 11 as a guest character. Please, 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 please. I've even proposed the idea of them putting Chucky in the game riding on the shoulders of Michael Myers. If you feel like Chucky's too small to put in the game, I feel like that'd be really dope. Because Michael Myers doesn't talk and Chucky talks a shit ton. So I feel like they'd have like an interesting, like, side by side, not communicating toward like straight up communicating. That'd be really dope. Please put Chucky in the game in some capacity as a playable character. I love it. And then John Mason said it's possible, to be honest. And then John Mason said Michael Myers is in the game. Is he confirmed though? And John Mason said, and what's his name? Pennywise. Now I've heard about the leak. I don't believe the leak until I see trailers for those characters in Mortal Kombat 11. I've heard people say that the leak is confirmed because in the leak they mentioned Garrus, who's like the time traveling sand manipulation character in Mortal Kombat 11. I don't care that the leak mentioned Garrus. Garrus could be the only thing that they knew about ahead of time. So to me, the Garrus thing doesn't matter. All the other stuff could be fake. Just because they get one thing right doesn't mean that the rest of the leak is right. So I don't know. I don't think that leak is true. Then Kell said, glad I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I'm also glad that you didn't miss anything. We currently only have about 2.5 minutes left in the stream, and I don't think I'd be able to go over the rest of the fanfic in the 2.5 minutes. So I'll probably go over more of the fanfic in tomorrow's vlog stream. John Mason said, people actually want Shaggy though. That's true. A lot of people have been really hyped for the possibility of getting Shaggy in Mortal Kombat 11. I'm going to see if there's been any new news regarding that. So, it's official. Shaggy will not be playable in Mortal Kombat 11. NetherRealm's brutal response to fans who want Shaggy in Mortal Kombat 11. So it seems like a few hours ago we got a confirmation that Shaggy won't be in the game. So I need to see this confirmation. So GameSpot did an article on it. John Mason said, lol. So we're gonna scroll down. Do 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 do. So Mortal Kombat creator himself got in on the meme. Da, 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 da. It may come as a disappointment to some that NetherRealm confirmed Shaggy of Scooby-Doo fame will not be a guest character, regardless of how loud you scream the memes. But where's the like actual post that they put? I want to see the Mortal Kombat 11 post. So Mortal Kombat 11 said hashtag Rip Shaggy. Is that their confirmation? I don't think that's a good enough confirmation. So did he say he's not gonna be in it? Because they say he said it, but I want to see a link. Let's see. Did they say it in the trailer? He's not going to be in it. Kell said, "It's fine. I gotta go. Have a nice night. Oop, have a wonderful night, Kells." Then John Mason said, "Later, Kells." Then Dragon Ball Superfan said, "See ya, Kells." I'm ending the stream in about 15 seconds or so. So that's understandable. That's understandable. John Mason said, "Well, if they can possibly design characters, maybe they might put a Shaggy skin or something. I don't know. It would be cool if we could get a Shaggy inspired outfit that we could put on characters to make characters in the game look like Shaggy, or maybe a specific character in the game look like Shaggy. I think that'd be dope." I would like to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding. Ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with John Mason, Dragon Ball Superfan, Kells. I'm trying to scroll up to make sure that I don't miss anybody's name. Yeah, I think that's it for the most part, as far as I can tell. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And make sure that you vote in tomorrow's fan poll for what you would like to watch on the stream. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, logging out. John Mason said, "Night, Nick." Good night, John Mason. Dragon Ball Superfan 10 cents said, "See ya, Nick." Whoop, catch you later, Dragon Ball Superfan. John Mason said, "You have a good day, guys." Whoop, have a great day, John Mason. Hope you all have a wonderful night. And thank you all for once again tuning in. This is your host, your friend, your boy.